Hey guys, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far, fantastic week. Hope you're ready for a nice, relaxing holiday weekend, holiday season with your family. Cherishing time with your family is vitally, vitally important. I realized that when I was overseas for 7 years, didn't spend much time with my family. When I was younger, I was a teenager, I thought it was cool to hang out more with my friends and my family. But when you really spend time alone overseas chasing your dream, you realize how important it is to spend quality time with your family. In today's video, I'm gonna break down a full upper body and hip mobility session that you can do. It's quick, easy, and effective. You can do this before a football session. It's not gonna tire you out. It's gonna activate you, help prepare you for your session. I get a lot of questions on Instagram about if you can do a gym workout before a football session, if it's gonna affect you. This type of gym workout you can do right before a football session. Take 30 to 60 minute break, maybe 90-minute break in between, get a little snack, a little protein shake, RX bar, a couple dates, banana, then go do your football session. Science says ideally that you wanna give yourself at least 4 hours between a gym session and a football session, or in between two sessions, in between a double day, but sometimes you don't have the time. So what do? You adapt. You make the most of what you can. And most importantly, we want to be the best we can on the pitch, be as sharp as possible, but it's also important to properly mobilize those hips, develop a little upper body strength as a footballer, so we make the most of it. As you're going to see within the session, we got some good hip mobility stuff. We activate those glutes, and then we get into some nice upper body stuff, some upper body pull, some upper body push. You guys can experiment with it. I know you're gonna enjoy it. I coach you through every single one of the movements. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I'll be happy to answer. Let's get it. All right, so let me walk you guys and girls through this entire hip mobility and upper body session for footballers. As you see, we started off with some bench hip cars. Obviously not the easiest. We're really getting into the hip joint here. Very crucial for footballers to improve your overall speed, explosiveness, and power. As you see there, all we did was we sat on a bench, put a barbell right above our head. We did an interlocked grip, so one hand in front of the other, and then all you're doing is working slowly with one leg, trying to come up and over that bench and then come up and back over the other way. 3 to 5 reps each leg, 2 to 3 sets. Next thing we move into is a T-spine figure 8. What you can do is put a foam roller there for your guidance, but all we're doing is we're in a kneeling position. The foot that's closest to the bench, your butt should be up against the bench or the wall, and all you're doing is making a figure 8 with your arms. As you see, hands are interlocked behind your head, and you're doing lateral flexion to one way, which means, as you see, that left elbow is going towards that left side as I open up that right side of my chest. Same exact thing, lateral flexion with the right elbow towards the table, and then up and over to open up that left side of my chest. Then we go into a static plated groin opener, but you don't see the main goal here is to drive that knee. See my left leg, you want to drive that left knee towards the ground as hard as you can, which is really going to activate the glute, then in turn open up the groin. The glute is the antagonist muscle. We're trying to open up the agonist muscle. That main muscle is that groin and that hip. So when you activate that glute, you're going to open up the groin even more. So I want your right leg as straight as possible. Those toes pulled towards your face. Hands down, pushing into the floor. And then that other leg is bent at 90 degrees. Just lay a nice plate on top of that leg. And then, like I said, all you're doing is trying to drive that knee into the ground as you relax the rest of the body. So for this exercise, there's going to be a slight bend in the knee. And all you're doing while having your core tight and engaged is slowly rotating that hip. As you see here, you're going to have your arms straight. You're going to be holding on to a bar or a plate, something stable, and you're just working on rotation of that hip. As you see here, My hips start out square and then I'm rotating them. It's not an easy exercise. It's going to require a lot of core stability, and it's an excellent exercise to really open up those hips. So same exact thing on the left side. As you see, make sure to get that balance. Have a slight bend in the knee. You can have a nice bend in the arms depending on what makes you more comfortable, but the main focus is really on rotation of those hips. Really start out square and open up. So after we mobilize the hip joint, the next step is to activate the hips. So here we're activating the glutes, the hamstrings, as well as the lower legs. All you're doing is attaching a band to your waist and attaching a band to a stable platform underneath you. If you don't have a platform, you can simply do this on the ground without a band, or you can just have a band on your hips and attach it to your heels. Try both out, see what is more comfortable, what makes you feel best, and you could go. Main goal here, and what I want you to think of, is opening up that chest and then one by one marching, driving the knee to your chest as you activate that other glute. Try to get that knee to about 90 degrees and keep that other leg at about 90 degrees to activate the hamstring, the adductor, and the glute on the other leg. So the next thing we did is you got into a bit of upper body pull work. As you see here, we have a stability ball on my head. The main goal for that is we want to keep that spine as neutral as possible, from the head down to the butt. So the cervical spine down to the lumbar spine. All you're going to do then is grab yourself a barbell, and you're trying to row that barbell to your belly button as you drive your elbows towards your pockets. You should really feel this one in your lats. Go as heavy as possible while keeping technique proper. Next thing we get into here is some shoulders, specifically some vertical push work. As you see, I'm full kneeling on the ground, both knees on the ground, and all I'm doing is driving those dumbbells up, slowly coming down, being as explosive as possible on the way up. Next thing we move into is some dumbbell lateral raises, really working on getting broad. So as you see here, I got some 20 pounders. Arms have a slight bend in them, and all I'm doing is looking to raise those dumbbells laterally to the side of my body. You should really feel these in the side of your shoulder, the lateral delt. And I always used to think, trust me, that you don't and you shouldn't jerk at all, but a slight jerk, a little bit of help of that weight up is absolutely fine, especially if you're trying to get some broadness. And then the last exercise of the day is some rear delt raises, specifically focusing on that upper back as well as that rear delt. Really helps a lot with posture as well as your overall strength in your upper back. Posture is super underrated. If you have proper posture and proper biomechanics, you can sprint faster, be more explosive, be stronger, and overall be a better athlete. So what I want you to do here is grab 2 lighter dumbbells, lighter than you think. Have a nice hinge in those hips, slight bend in those knees, nice flat back. And then all you're going to do is rear delt raise those dumbbells behind you. You're trying to pull your elbows together. While you do that, you're basically going to retract your shoulder blades. And I want you to think of squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. As you come down, relax, and then back up. I want some constant tension in those rear delts to build a nice, strong upper back for your overall posture health. Guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning into the video. I really appreciate it. I hope this video helps you out. You can literally copy the whole thing, the sets, the reps. Let me know how it is. Drop a comment below. As I always say, with any weighted movements, I care most about proper movement, proper fluidity, and proper technique. I do not care about the weight. Stop trying to impress the girls in your gym. Lift like a footballer, lift like an athlete. Don't worry what people think about you. It's about getting yourself better on the pitch. We're in the gym to get 3 points on the weekend. We're in the gym to prepare ourselves to be the best player on the pitch. We're not in the gym to look good on the beach. You really, really have to know that. Myself, when I was 15, 16, 17, I wanted to just look good for the girls. But now at 27, I realize the most important thing is to play well on the weekend, get your 3 points. Thank God I realized that at about 20, 21 years old. Wish I realized that when I was younger at about 15, 16, but we learn from our mistakes, right? Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all your support on every piece of content I put out. I really appreciate your ears, your eyes, your attention means so much to me. Like I said, enjoy time with your family this holiday season. I'm always here to help you out. If you have any questions, please be sure to reach out, drop a comment, send me an email. DMs are flooded, so don't send me a DM. Send me an email. That'll get my attention right away, and I'll be sure to answer that. You guys and girls know I'm always here to help. Without further ado, please like this video. Please subscribe. Drop a comment what else you'd like to see on this YouTube channel. We're trying to grow this channel bigger. We're trying to grow this YouTube community bigger. Let's keep getting it. Have a great holiday season. Tell your friends and your family happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Deuces. Stay safe, stay healthy. Out.